All right, hi. I'm here with Bhaskar, CEO of Weinvest. Thanks for joining us here. We were just having this great conversation about like changing service delivery models and like what your company is doing. To get us started, can you tell us a little bit more about like your background?
Sure. Name is Bhaskar. I'm now settled in Singapore for the last 6 years, but I originally started off in banking way back in 2002 in India doing some structured products. I then moved into consulting with a lot of the banks and asset managers and wealth managers. So did a stint in San Francisco with Charles Schwab, then moved to London in 2004 and was at Reuters for a bit. And then I moved to consulting and heading up this European business for a capital markets focused consulting business. Um, Worked with great companies like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Credit Agricole, CMC Markets, helping them do what we call digital transformations now,
Yeah.
but mini ones at that point of time. And I moved to Singapore in 2012 with the same firm, running more of the same, and we got sold that year.
Yeah.
So hence the whole idea of what do I do next,
Right.
and investing was just a very personal problem. I'd been working on the other side, seeing the innards of
Yes.
a lot of the platforms or the businesses and the way they kind of are either structured inefficiently or can be improved dramatically. And on the other side, being an investor myself, growing up from a middle class background to being an affluent investor to a high net worth investor, where the whole experience had not necessarily kind of changed as much.
Right.
You had the Ubers and the Grabs and the other aspects to make life easier on multiple fronts, but investing was still bloody difficult.
Right. So you came then with this like great background and these relationships from working with financial institutions, and then you also had your own customer pain, and so then you sort of took those two different things and then turned them into We Invest, right? So can you
Right.
tell us about your product, about the problem that you're solving?
Right, so basically we said, how do we make investing easier? How do we make it a much more simplified experience? How do we make it a lot more efficient?
Yeah.
Because the moment you do both of them, it does get a bit more low cost. And I keep going back to what AWS has done as
Yeah.
Amazon Web Service. They provide infrastructure as a service, which has just helped so many businesses boom.
Right.
By making it low cost, simplifying it, and making it extremely efficient. I said, why can't we do something like that from a wealth perspective? So we launched a variety of what's called technology, but not just technology, but more than technology components to build what we call a wealth management platform or digital wealth platform, where we said we would white label this for banks, brokers, and asset managers, saying, hey, for your investors or clients, we would make investing extremely easy by launching either a self-service advisory platform
Yeah.
or an RM-assisted advisory platform, or help your clients track their wealth across multiple institutions
Right.
and give you the entire end-to-end kind of business process along with the tech which enables it as a service.
Yeah.
And so we white label that for a number of these firms.
Right. So in that way, you're a B2B, but then to C, and so you're actually like helping your customers then serve their customers
Much
in a
better.
better way, right?
Yep.
So I think one of the themes that we're really seeing is this transformation in the way that that users can really come to the forefront, but part of that is almost the background stuff, the stuff that doesn't seem so sexy and exciting, but it's like people like you guys who are really fixing the back end process. And it's we had this conversation previously about how almost the fintech side of it is almost how companies are becoming almost like a utility,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I love some of these terms you're using because I do think the fact that a lot of people today have kind of thought about digital, especially in the banking world, as just great user experience,
Yes.
right? I call it digital lipstick in terms of that's one part of the journey, right? An experience is not just about, hey, do I get a sexy visual experience which makes me feel that, hey, something's very cool.
Yeah.
It's also about how does it meet my need by giving me more insights, or how does it give extremely fast responses? How do I feel that I came in to do something and I actually got things done within
Yeah.
1 hour. Onboarding plus investing would take 4 weeks versus
Right.
now we can get it done within an hour, right? And that requires a lot of the back end, what's called piping and the whole infrastructure to be as digital as the front end.
Yeah.
So we believe in digital across the whole value chain rather than only digital lipstick, if I may say so.
No, it's the invisible power that's like fueling the growth and transformation. Well, I think we could talk for a long time and really geek out over this. But like, thank you so much for joining us. So again, we're here at Hong Kong Fintech Week. Subscribe to our channel. We're going to have more great interviews with amazing, smart people like you who are really changing the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Honored and humbled. Thank you.